In Spike Lee's 1989 movie, Do the Right Thing, neighborhood wisdom peddler the mayor gives young upstart Mookie some salient advice. Always do the right thing, doctor. So as look to you, my beloved students, I say to you, in business, always do the right thing. Today we'll discuss three key areas of business ethics: foundational knowledge, recent trends, and leadership recommendations. As always, ladies and gents, we begin at the foundation. Business ethics begins with societal ideas like theology and philosophy. These ideas were then applied to business management. Institutional effects such as education and religious leanings on morality then gave rise to a new business philosophy: public moral normativity, or PMN. PMN in business is the constant pursuit of what ought to be the case. What are morally good business people expected to do? And how do leaders and associates motivate and encourage these proper activities in the workplace? Before associates can be motivated toward proper behavior in an enterprise, gaps in what is seen as PMN behavior must be explored. This requires an evaluative component, including fundamentals of fairness, ethical reflection, organizational and societal norms. Which brings us to a more modern adaptation of PMN: corporate social responsibility, or CSR. CSR builds on an enterprise by fostering both associate and consumer trust. It utilizes environmental, community involvement, and ethical marketing to enhance one's quality of life. Now let's turn our focus to even more recent ethical considerations, such as marketing, social media, and the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020. Modern trends in ethical marketing promote no false advertising, placing an increased value on the client as a person. Advertising incorporates more diversity, and social media marketing utilizes privacy governance. In social media, businesses adhere to high ethical standards by allowing for international privacy rights, for peace of mind and liberty. To this end, associates and consumers must adhere to legal guidelines such as intrusion or being mindful of any encroachment on a person's liberty. Privacy facts, which means not making public information that's private. False light, or making public information that is false or highly offensive. And then finally, appropriation, which is stealing another person's identity. Lastly, any current business discussion on ethics has to deal with the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Let's detail some global findings. When looking at medical records in Great Britain, researchers found that 35% of Black, Asian, and Middle Eastern or BAME British citizens were CV-19 positive. This is notable because BAME citizens only make up 15% of the British population. Causes postulated include an increased susceptibility due to the BAME population's tendency to be in more densely populated areas, 79.1% for whites, 98.1% for Blacks. Other factors explored were outdated and biased medical practices. Here are some recommendations for leadership. Leaders must use foundational and current ethical research. As prospective leaders in the finance specialization, you must look to environmental and sustainability in your supply chain. Look to finance local charities and urban development for fostering collaborative economics. And finally, please be very cognizant of new ethical norms arising from anything that's negotiated and learned from the global COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks for your rapt attention. What questions might you have?